Yo, 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 guys, what is up? Welcome back. Let's go over the charts and talk about why AMC is down today. But before I start, you know the rules. Smash the like, subscribe, and let's get to the micro, man. Let's get to the micro. Okay, so what I believe is happening today is a fake out. Okay? Fake outs happen when support or resistance trend lines are broken, whether they're descending, ascending, or on the horizontal axis. All of them, guys, fake outs are very common, especially on stocks that have extreme volatility. And one way to kind of check this, okay, very simple, but you guys can take the, say, the monthly candle or the weekly candle, right? Go take a look at these candles, and you'll find, right, you have pretty much a moving average, right, of what's happening here. But what about these wicks? All these wicks, man, like those are fake outs. Look at this massive fake out right here on this, this pump and dump that we had, right? And now we have the accumulation part of the cycle. Okay, so with these fake outs happening on the macro charts, we also have them happening on the micro. And that's what I want to talk about here. I want to talk about the current week, like what's going on inside this current week. Okay, so we are going to be pulling up some reference patterns here, just like we did on the previous video. And I want to talk about a few of these matches. Okay, so with these, remember that we do use the Plotzy scanner on the Discord. We're able to find these matches on the small and large time frames. So the one in the middle here, CRM, this one is a match on the hourly interval, and the rest are going to be on the intraday. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this V reversal that I'm looking for here. And we're going to be taking a look at Hain. Okay, so the third match. Okay, so here is Hain. All right. And what we can see off of this setup here, make sure it's lined up, 11:45 to 11:45. Here we go. Every time, guys, every time I switch intervals, for whatever reason, TradingView does a goofy job here, just kind of scrambling everything around. I don't know if it happens to you guys, but I have that problem, that issue all the time. But hey, here we are. Here we are. We know that the good thing about the scanner is that it does track, things one-to-one, so it's very easy to just find these patterns, copy and paste them, and line them up, right? I take it from the, from the initial time in which it found the pattern to the end, and I have myself a nice little match. Okay, so you can see right here, we do have a V reversal setup. This is the fake out that I'm referring to, and it's kind of funny, man, that I'm recording this video here with about 10 minutes left here in the trading day. We already have AMC kind of coming up here. We'll see what happens, but I am looking for a break of resistance this week with this V reversal right here, okay? Now, the way we can kind of see this unfold here with most of these matches, right, is understanding the levels of support and resistance that are being sort of manipulated here. And we can see that there's two breaks. So we have descending support right here. Normally this one does a pretty good job of bouncing, right? Because it's you kind of want to leave, right, as a market maker here, or somebody who is controlling the price action, right? Some technicals that look a little bit too good to be true, say this one, right? Horizontal break here of support, which is just very classic, a very classic fake out. This right here, okay, we have ourselves a fake out, but what about this descending retest? We could have two fake outs, but normally one technical indicator is going to follow through. And this is the one that I think we're going to see, because we have the same setup over here. We have a break of the horizontal support trend line, and then here is, so that's the fake out, and then this one right here, retesting descending support trend line, is the technical indicator that ended up playing out. Okay, so it's already setting up to do that. Again, we do have about 10 minutes left here in the trading day. And that's what this pattern is calling for. It's a break, and then hopefully here into the next trading day, we have a break back at 550 and then 6 going into next week. Now, this is just one match. Again, we have to understand that these matches also don't mean that the price is going to fully follow through just because one stock did. This is why we look at many other things, and a lot of this historical data is very important to track on AMC as well with these matches, because the more historical data you have, the better, right? And that's kind of the second match that we have here. This is going to be, so again, the week we have CRM. CRM is Salesforce. This is a company with a pretty large market cap. So a lot of these things also matter. Okay, market cap. Say you're comparing a stock in the hundreds of billions of dollars in market cap versus a smaller volatility stock with a much smaller market cap. Well, those things matter, and it's important to track certain sections here. Like, you're not going to see CRM, right, do what AMC did fully through here, like the other matches that we found a few days ago. This is why we're just tracking the micro for it. We're just tracking the structure here, what's going on in the week, and it's also calling for something similar, right? It's calling for a V reversal. Now, this one here is a little bit slower, right? But essentially, it gets back up into that $6 range. And we've talked about this time and time again, guys, but these fake outs and these patterns that we track, the speed is very different for each one. And this is a prime example of what I mean when you're comparing large to small market cap stocks, in that the cycle here, because it is a higher volatility stock, AMC, the cycle could very much do that via reversal similar to Hain rather than CRM. If we put the two together, right, you can see it happens a lot quicker. But essentially, what we have here is the price going to the same range, and then, breaking through resistance, which is important, okay? All right, so two very important things, two very important patterns. The last one, very similar to Hain, so not much on that. Now, on this setup that we talked about yesterday, okay, so the setup, if you haven't seen that video, guys, go watch it. Very important stuff. But pretty much this setup here calls for that POI to break and then go all the way up to $8 or close, right? Break resistance here at 7. Now, we're going to find out very soon if the algorithm here is going to slow things down or if it's going to speed things up. In my opinion, I think we're going to break resistance this week, and we're going to get close, if not break 6. That's going to be the trigger price here for things to continue. And then going into next week, it would set AMC up to fully push through and hit that target. Now, if the algorithm, does something a little bit similar to CRM here, which we can see we can already narrow down a POI towards the end of July, okay, then the price would trade sideways. But this is where we have to zoom out a little bit and, kind of see what the charts are telling us. Because this right here, this delay, and sort of rising, whatever we want to call this, doesn't look that great, visually speaking. You have to look at symmetry with these patterns, and this one right here specifically doesn't look that great. Again, CRM did not have the same historical values as AMC, and this is why a lot of these other patterns that we're tracking, like Jivo or Loom or AMTX, Plug, Rats, all these other guys have AMC climbing up in the short term a lot quicker, because those are higher volatility reference patterns, okay? All right. So, monthlies are due next week. I do have the standard contracts here for AMC. Whoa. See what happened here, because everything moved there for a second. Here we go. Okay, so standard this is a monthly expiration. Now, this is a curve, and this right here, again, I'm not calling for these levels. This is just a structure of what I think AMC is going to do in the end, right? From point A to point B, this is an entire year. And we have the quad witching one as well. And we already know that the trajectory is still pointing up, not to the extent that we wanted, right? But as long as the trajectory is pointing up, that's bullish. We hadn't had that on AMC happen. It was pretty much a flat trajectory. But on this next quad witching date, which happens here in September, if the price is trading up in this range, that's going to be key, right? That's going to be key for this macro bullish trajectory finally to happen on AMC. And that's what we're waiting for here next. But easy, step by step, guys, checking things off here. Make sure that the price fully unfolds and gives us more confirmation, right, that things are going to start climbing back up. So that is the update, guys. Again, going back to the weekly setup here, what I think we're going to see happen on the micro is a V reversal setup, very similar to Hain. And then once we trade up in this range going into tomorrow, right, there's a few things that can happen. We can have a quick V reversal like this, or the price can also fake out in the morning. Usually they take advantage of fake outs in the morning, and then the V reversal can complete itself towards the middle of the day tomorrow. If we have a push like this, things are going to look even better for a continuation rally going into Friday. Now this right here would be quite the push. It would be about 10%. All right, we already saw a 10% day here on Monday, but it would be another 10%. You kind of have a theta crush sort of week with this kind of price action, right? You're pretty much crushing the call and the put buyers for the option chain, and that that is something that these market makers love to do, especially the ones for AMC. They know high volatility stocks with option chains are pretty much opportunity for these guys, as they just they take advantage of theta crush, right? Theta crush is huge. So that is my projection for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, the reference patterns. If you guys want to check all this stuff out, it's on the Discord. You can scan all the other stocks. That is what we focus on there. And yeah, guys, I'll leave you for that in this video. Y'all take care. We'll see you on the next one. All right, bye-bye.